back to my channel. Today is Tuesday, March 18th at 7:38 and I got up early so that I could go to Walmart and pick up Sunrise on the Reaping. I don't have a Barnes & Noble close to me, so Walmart, we're just gonna have our fingers crossed that they put it out. I live in a small town, so I'm hoping, but let's go to Walmart and pick this book up. I can't find it. I'm stressing out right now. Let me look again without the camera so I'm not distracted, but I'm stressed. Okay, that didn't go quite to plan. My Walmart did not get any boxes of them yet. So they didn't have any, which sucks. So I was very much looking forward to it. I do have it ordered on Amazon and it should be here today, but like who knows what time, and I just want to start reading it. Disappointed, but it's life, I guess. So welcome to my Sunrise on the Reaping vlog where it's already not going to plan. Okay, I think I have exciting news. I just got a notification that my package was delivered. It might be Amazon. I'm so excited. Let's see. So I got a notification that my Amazon package was delivered, but my brother-in-law uses my Amazon Prime with his package, so good for him. I don't have Sunrise on the Reaping still, so I just got an email that it was delivered. I'm so excited. What do you think? Is Mama's book here? It is finally here, my copy of Sunrise on the Reaping. Let's open it. Oh my gosh. Why do I feel like I'm gonna cry? Y'all, it's little. Oh my gosh, it's stunning. I cannot wait to read this. I'm literally about to start reading it right now. Let's go. I'm here sitting down for my first reading session of Sunrise on the Reaping. I'm gonna keep this spoiler free. Let's get reading. I am so dang excited. Good morning. It is now Wednesday. I read about 90 pages of Sunrise on the Reaping last night. I wanted to read more, but I am just dissecting every single thing I'm reading in this. I do not want to fly through this and miss things. There is so many Easter eggs and lore and just so much going on in this book. I've cried twice in 90 pages. Literally would die for 16-year-old Hamish, and I just want to protect him with every single ounce of my being. And this is what's killing me about this book is I know what happens. Like in the original trilogy, they talk about his games and I know he wins. Like I know what happens, but it's the little things in between that are just killing me. Like I don't want to say anything because I don't want to spoil anything, but literally in the first chapter, like I'm like, what? So that's just a little reading check-in. I am trying to be very careful with what I'm saying during these check-ins. I don't want to spoil anything. I'm absolutely loving this so far. It feels so nostalgic to be reading a new story in the Hunger Games world. I felt like this with The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. And I already can't wait to do a full series reread with this in my hand and with the knowledge of what this book gives. So that's my check-in. Today's Wednesday. I don't know how much time I'm gonna have to read, to be honest, but we'll see. little bit more of Sunrise on the Reaping last night. I am now on page 145. My husband is working tonight, so I should have time to read this, potentially finish it. Oh my gosh. Is equally killing me and so nostalgic and absolutely perfect. When Suzanne Collins originally announced the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, I was not thrilled. I was like, we do not need the villain backstory. We do not need another book. Like, the trilogy is absolutely perfect. Don't ruin it. I take back everything I've ever said. The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes is 100% necessary to feel the feelings you have for all the characters in this book. Because in Ballad of Songbirds and the Snakes, you kind of are low-key rooting for President Snow. And then this just knocks you right back down that he's a horrible human. It just makes the emotional impact of this book that much more. If you go in reading this, just be so emotionally ready for all the characters you love in the trilogy to find out how absolutely tragic their backstory was, because no one's safe. No one is safe. And it's breaking my heart every single page. Like, for real, y'all. I'm dying. But that's my little check-in for Thursday morning. When I sit down to read, I will obviously vlog, and I'm hoping to finish this tonight. So, happy Thursday. Finally out of work, so I can sit and read Sunrise on the Reaping. I was able to read at work. I forget where I was this morning when I checked in, but I'm now on page 244, and I definitely think I will be finishing this right here. I'm probably gonna rot right here in this spot till I finish this book. Honestly, from my last check-in, nothing super crazy has happened. We are just learning more and more like back end things, which I love. You definitely get a deeper understanding of the workings of the arena and what the Capitol does to make the arena run in this book, which I thought was really cool and not something I felt I had missing for information, but is really unique to know. But I'm definitely getting nervous. I definitely feel like we are getting close. I'm only a couple chapters away from the third part, and if you know Suzanne Collins, the third part is where she really breaks your heart, so I'm really kind of not looking forward to it. But please enjoy me finishing Sunrise on the Reaping, because okay, y'all, I'm at page 327. I'm almost done. If you know from Catching Fire, the 50th annual Hunger Games are about to end, so that's why I feel like I'm going to start recording now to the end of the book. I just feel like we might get some good reactions. I kind of know how the end of the games go because I've read Catching Fire. But I don't know what happens after, and I know it's crazy, so I'm going to record from here on out. See how this book ends. I'm not emotionally ready for it. I've heard the epilogue is a tearjerker, so let's go. died like 3 pages from being done. It died right before the epilogue, which is where I absolutely lost my mind. Finished Sunrise on the Reaping. I think I can confidently say this might be my favorite book in the whole Hunger Games world now. Just solely for the fact of how much background information we get from the original trilogy. I think overall the original trilogy still gives more of an in-depth story. Obviously it's 3 books, and I still would recommend the publication reading order, which is the Hunger Games, Catching Fire, Mockingjay, Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, Sunrise on the Reaping, because there are so many Easter eggs in this that the way that it makes you feel connecting those Easter eggs is so unique. I feel like it just wouldn't be the same. This book made me feel so nostalgic. I was a little nervous because I love the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, but it didn't feel like Suzanne Collins writing how she was in the original trilogy. This feels exactly like that. We're in the games in the point of view of someone in the games. We're not in the point of view of a mentor. We were in he wasn't president. We were in Snow's POV in the ballad. So it is a little different. I will say this gives you all the closure that you didn't get from the ballad. This leaves you with so much closure that you didn't get in the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. You know what happens to a certain character. Also, the little snippets we got of President Snow in this book, I absolutely loved, because it just really shows how evil he is. After the ballad, we got snippets of him being like kind of humane, and like you can see he's turning, but it's easy to sympathize with he's not president in the ballad, but it's easy to sympathize with Snow in the ballad. But you read this one and every single ounce of sympathy you could ever feel goes out the drain. Like, he is absolutely brutal in this book, like more so than the other books. I would say I think what he does to Haymitch and his family and his loved ones, absolutely the worst of the worst. Also, I don't want to give anything away, so I'm not going to say much, but there is another character in this book that we meet for the first time in the original trilogy, and his backstory is maybe one of the most tragic ones. It's all terrible. But this character I'm specifically thinking about, I was definitely feeling for him. You'll know it happens very early on in the book, but it's quite terrible. And then you kind of know from Catching Fire what happens to Haymitch after his games and stuff, but the behind the scenes and his point of view of it and all of it is just, oh my gosh, like insane. I don't even feel like I have like great thoughts right now because I literally just finished it. Like, my eyes still hurt from crying. But this book was absolutely a masterpiece. I wasn't bored for a single moment. Suzanne Collins definitely delivered on all the music again on this one. Whatever the movie is, I hope they do the music justice. The music is just as good as in this one. The book absolutely gave everything I wanted to give, and I didn't think it was possible for me to love Haymitch any more than I already do, but I absolutely do. He is a romantic. He is a 16-year-old cutie little romantic boy in this, and it was everything I needed. It's so much of this book is iconic as well. Like, you'll know when you read it, there's just little tidbits about him and his family and his friends, and it's just iconic. The Easter egg, the lore is so deep in this book. It was physically painful to read some of the things I was reading, but this is absolutely a 5 out of 5 for me. This is a god tier, top tier, live rent free in my brain book. Catching Fire was my favorite, and like, it's very, very close. I can't sit here right now and say that I liked Catching Fire more than this, but they're very close. Oh my gosh, they were both phenomenal. Suzanne Collins, The Woman You Are, this was absolutely a masterpiece. I cannot wait to reread it again already. Like, I'm gonna devour this. I already want to do a giant series deep dive book study. Over the moon about having this book in my hands and reading it and just having the backstory we now have. If you read this, I hope you have tissues and a good snack near you. If you need me, message me. I'll be thinking of y'all reading this. It was chef's kiss. Absolutely perfect. If you watched this far, thank you so much. It means the most to me. I would love to know your thoughts, opinions on Sunrise on the Reaping. If you guys want to go ahead and like this video, subscribe if you like this content. I hope you guys all have a blessed day. Bye!